Alrighty, what's up, you guys? So once again, it's Devone Gorum again, and okay, so for those of you who are like pretty new to the channel, I'm a photographer for 7 years. I do a lot of like, sorry if you can hear this construction. So I'm a photographer for 7 years. I do a lot of portrait photography, and I'm doing a lot of these series on about photography. So I'm trying to get into the frame. Are so this is the 5 essential things you need to be a portrait photographer. Now these things are they're pretty essential for like making the shoot go smoother and for controlling a lot of the things and making the model feel happy and like naturally more professional and having the shoot to get you everything you need. So number one is the simplest thing that you need. So number one is you will need a DSLR that can go on manual and with at least I'll say above 15 megapixels. So from like 18 and up. If you find one that's like 15, I don't even think they make stuff that's like 15, but from anything above 15 megapixels higher to get a really good coloration and just that like clarity and like the color, all this and all that. So if you can get, hold on, let me try to stand back. All right, cool. I was like ducking. All right, so if you can get one that's 15 megapixels, you do real good in that. And that's the first one, the basic is, the camera body 15 megapixels or higher. So step number two is you'll need a 50 mil lens. Now I'll say 50 mil because 50 mil you're able to get a 50 mil with a 1.8 aperture, or better. By better, it can be like 1.8, 1.5, 1.2, anything lower. Because what that what that allows you to do is like get really sharp on your subject and blur that background. And what that does, it just like makes them pop out and it gets like just good definition, really good sharp, like a crisp professional photo. Now, I mean, depending on how good you are at editing, like you can possibly do that in the editing system. We can possibly do that in your editing system, but to make time go by faster, so you don't have to do that to every picture, you can just take it in camera to make your editing easy. So 50 mil, 1.8 aperture necessary. So number three is you will need a backdrop. So the backdrop where you see like the models where the people like in the studio, right, and they have the little like pole and it's a little like sheet thing hanging off the pole or like special paper thing hanging off the pole, a backdrop like that. So you can get a backdrop like that from Amazon. You can get like some standard color ones, like a white one, a black one, a gray one. Those are like the most standard ones, right? But of course, you can style it to your own desire. You can get like some Hawaii background ones or like different flower ones, but just get some basic background ones. That way, you have the background controlled. There's like nothing in the background, like your family members aren't like poking their head out or like your cat isn't like walking by. You can get a shot of the picture. That way you can control the background is by getting a background, and they're really cheap. Promise, really cheap. So that's number three. Number four is you'll need a tripod, right? Even if you don't use a tripod, just like having a tripod there, with the hole in front of the background, it gives it that more professional look, and you can just say if you're adjusting your settings, you can if you're on a lower shutter speed, you can have it on that camera. That way you can take the picture and you can have it on a really low shutter speed because you're having that stability of that tripod, if that makes any sense. So a tripod, have the tripod at least like a not like a, I don't know how to say it in inches, but like more than like 5 feet. A tripod can get higher than like 5 feet or higher. That way you can have it, a good to like at eye level, so you can go even if you don't use it, because I rarely use a tripod, but I kind of always kind of have it out just for the time that I might need it. So, and then the last thing you need is some soft boxes, not soft boxes specifically, but some lighting. So you need some lighting. And lighting could either be some soft boxes, ring lights. There's like the umbrella lighting, some like external flash. When people set up the flashes on like poles and like, and then put the umbrella. Like you can do all different types of lighting, but having your own lighting. So if you have all those combined, you can pretty much controlling everything in the whole shoot. So no matter what else, like other things can affect your shooting. So like even if it's like dark out, you still have your own lights and your own background. Or if it's like nothing's good outside, well, you have your own background, you know. Or if you like your shutter speed is low, well, you have your tripod, you know what I'm saying. So and you can able to set your own camera because you have it manually, and you're able to blur the the model from the background because you have a 50 mil and a 1.8 aperture. So with having all those together, those are just some of the basic things. Yes, you can add in some and possibly do without some, but like those are just the basic. Like you start there, then adjust to, you know, how you do your thing and what your clients call for and what your shoots call for. So that can set you up to like a good start, and those are not that expensive. Like all that probably cost you, I'd say you might can get it for 500 to 1,000 depending on what grade. And like I said, the most of it is going to come from the camera body and the lens, but you can find those really cheap on like OfferUp or like, you know, whatever. Sometimes people will sell a really good camera without really knowing, or they just really need some quick money. Or because I bought cameras off of, you know, OfferUp, and they were really good cameras, nothing wrong, they lasted a while, shoot good resolution, came with batteries and all that. But you just gotta play around with it. But yeah, you can get it for maybe 400 or 500. So you can get a really cheap setup. But yeah, man. So that's gonna be another one of my tips videos. I'm gonna do a lot of tip videos for photography. I've been doing it for a long time. I'm deciding, you know, to give back people and get back. So let me know what you guys' top 5 essential photography gear is down below. Did I forget something? Should I left out something? Let me know. It's just a conversation. Even though I've been doing this for a while, I'm still learning. Let me know that let me know. Alright guys, see you in the next video. If you like short films and stuff, go check out my short films. I do comedy skits too.